Hey everybody, welcome to today's live. We're going to be changing things up, but before we do, if you like the tips and the inspiration that we bring you every week, please go ahead and subscribe below. Click the bell notification so you never miss any of the tips and the things that we're bringing you. Today, like I said, we're going to be changing things up. I'm going to be answering questions from agents all over the country. The reason I'm doing that is because I can talk all day long about what I want to talk about. But today I want to talk about what you need to hear. And maybe you have a question and I'll be able to answer it. So anyway, let's get to our first question.
Hi Karen, my name is Jennifer. I currently am in Buffalo, New York. And my question to you is, how long do you think that this market is going to last like this? And what should we be preparing for in the meantime?
Hey Jennifer, that is a really great question. And you know, I wish I had a crystal ball, but here's what I do know. After so many years in this industry, I know that the buyer and seller markets, they shift and change over the years. What we need to do now is focus on the market at hand. Make sure you're implementing systems that cover this seller's market that we're in, but prepare for the buyer's market that's coming down the road. You know it's going to happen. We just don't know exactly when. The systems that we use are to cover all markets so that when we're in a hot seller's market, we're preparing for that slower market. When we're in the slower markets, we're preparing for those faster markets. I know that you can do this. Lean in, prepare, and focus on where you're at right now. Get as much business, kind of like making hay while the sun shines. Just get to work, put your head down, put blinders on, and make it happen. All right, let's get to our next question.
My name is Jenny Robinson. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee. And my question is, how can I best manage the expectations of my buyers in this very fast-paced seller's market?
This is a great question, and let me tell you why. In this market, it does no one any good if we are not setting the expectation, telling the truth, and taking time to really manage, like you said, the expectation that your buyers have. In this market, meet with them. Don't just run around showing property. You are going to be in a multiple offer situation. If you don't let your buyers know that they are going to be under strict competition, you're doing them a disservice. They're going to be disheartened. They're going to be sad. They may even pull themselves out of the game of buying their dream home. So this is your opportunity. Manage the expectations by meeting with them first, making sure they're pre-qualified. Let them know what multiple offer situations look like. Most people are going to be cash in this market. How are they going to compete with that? You've got to have a plan. Have a plan that you detail out. This is how we win out multiple offer situations. I am here for you. Or you've got to have a plan where you're showing them off-market properties. Regardless, don't hide anything. Many agents out there think, I'm just not going to tell them because they might get scared. They might not be a lead for me anymore. Guess what? If that is the case, then you don't have a lead. You don't have a client. You don't have anything anyway. Go ahead, meet with them, tell them the truth and the realities of this market so that they can be mentally prepared and not wait until you're in this multiple offer situation that they're not going to win unless you do. All right, thanks. Let's get to our next question.
My name is Lisa from the Boston area. My question is, with inventory so low, what methods have you changed? What creative ways do you have for prospecting and identifying listings?
Hey, Lisa, thank you for that question. I first want to address something you said. You said, what are some creative ways of prospecting? And I felt my body get rigid. I felt my hands start to sweat. That's only in my mind, but I know there's a lot of agents that are watching today that feel the same way. It's not that you said anything wrong. It's just a mindset shift from prospecting, because prospecting typically means chasing, going after, and I am more of a mindset of attracting. So let me give you some tips on attracting more listings in this tight market. Chances are you have way more buyers than you have listings right now. You have real buyers with real needs. This is a time to get very personable with your list. Get those needs on paper. Either write a letter to your sphere of influence. You can send it through email or actually hard mail. Let people know the struggle you're having with finding homes for these real people. And then you may even post it on Facebook. Another thing, I could talk for hours about this, but another thing you might try is a letter to the subdivisions, the areas. You could actually call, but this is a call of service. This is not cold calling. And definitely, I don't like door knocking. So don't want you going out there in high heels and knocking on doors looking for inventory. Just let people know, I have the most amazing couple that I'm working with. They are looking in this area. They're having difficulty. You would be surprised. There are people everywhere thinking about selling in this hot seller's market because they know. They've heard the stories. Their neighbor has sold for $100,000 more than what it was worth a year ago. So don't be afraid to reach out, be personable. And again, there's 1,000 things I could tell you. I could talk for 3 hours, but that's where I would just say start there and get personal with your list, your Facebook, find those buyers, be of service. Help these people, get out there and make it happen. All right. So guys, if you're watching today, maybe you've heard some information that will help you, but maybe you are of the info culture where you're just watching tip after YouTube video. It's time. It's time to take that next step, move through your resistance, and get started on really creating a business that's going to serve you, that's going to create multiple. I don't mean 6 figures, guys. I'm talking multiple 6 figures and 7-figure incomes. There's a masterclass that I do, and it's at KarenCoffey.com/making agents wealthy. I want you to go there right now. We're not trying to sell you anything. Get on there. There's 5 steps our clients are taking right now to get started on that multiple 6 and 7-figure journey. I want you on it. I want you on it with me. I want you to keep going forward. Guys, thanks for joining us today on this live. It has been my pleasure to answer these questions. So look forward to seeing you next week. Bye, guys.